Y'all, today be back with another video on kind of just, I guess health and just kind of like for people who were skinny like me, I was for a long time. So, today I kind of just wanted to talk about, trying to work out and gain muscle while you're still, kind of skinny and not really able to kind of like eat. So just first things first, you don't really have to do anything too crazy intensive. Like, of course, to build muscle, you have to, work out to a certain degree, but you actually don't need to go to the gym and like run on the treadmill while lifting like 50-pound weights like this, like that's not, you don't got to do that. It's not super duper realistic, especially if you haven't built to training on that level. So today I just kind of want to give y'all easy workouts that I did to start when I was like either skinny fat or just kind of like skinny period. So yeah, no, that's kind of just like the gist of what we're gonna be going over today. Last video I kind of went over, how to eat if you were kind of not doing too well with your stomach and stuff like that. And I mean, if that didn't really help you too much, then I apologize. But again, I'm speaking from my own experience. And again, a lot of the time things can be mental, but you might actually have like a physical issue, and I urge you to like try and find a doctor that you can talk to about stuff, because I had to have a few tests on me before I kind of came to the like realization that a lot of my issues were more mental and like just kind of having to push through things rather than just kind of having an illness. So yeah, anyways, let's get to workout number one. All right, so first things first, you want to find your nearest wall, right? Now, I know this isn't gonna look too crazy, but if you're at the point in like strength where you can't even do a normal push-up, you want to elevate, right? So how push-ups work in difficulty, at least that I've realized at least, is if you want things to be easier, you want your hands to be higher, right? The higher your hands are, the easier like it is to do push-up. So essentially what you want to do is wall push-ups. Now, off jump, I was able to do like 50 of these just like when I couldn't even do one push-up. So all you want to do, shoulder width, kind of put your feet back. I should probably show what I'm doing with my feet. Hold on. So like I said, don't be worried about it. Everyone has feet. Shut the fuck out. Hands shoulder width on the wall. Feet kind of want to be on like your tippy toes, and you want to push down and then up. I'm gonna get like a top view real quick. You wanna remember, so shoulder width, gonna like be like this, feet out and down. Kind of just get used to that. See, like that, it's not really hard, but it's not supposed to be. It's kind of just to like build that like kind of like push-up feeling. And like if putting your feet far out like that is too hard, you can always get closer, get your tippy toes, and just do push-ups like that. That's like the first thing I did to just gain a little bit of strength. And if you're like really new to exercising and like I've never really done that before, that you should still feel something, because that's just a very like beginner variation. But I did that for a little bit until I was able to do like knee push-ups. And from knee push-ups, which is what I'll show right now, and I know this is probably going to be like too well ordered, but let's get a better angle. So knee push-ups, how I do them at least is like I put my legs together like this, and I'll like get a normal push-up form, shoulder width. Anybody that sees this, feel free to critique me, because I'm not gonna say I'm perfect, but this is just how I do it. If I'm fucking up my gains, please let me know. But on your knees, just down, up, simple, like that. Now that's gonna be pretty difficult, especially if you haven't again built the muscle and all that stuff. But eventually, so once you're able to do like enough of those, I want to say maybe like 10 to 20, like 15 to 20, that should be like when you should be able to like, no, I'm not gonna say when you should be able to, but like that's when you should start gaining confidence and like being able to like work out and stuff. And from there, you can try your full like just normal push-up like that. Boom. Now, when you try to like, okay, I remember from my personal experience at least, I had to fight for my first push up, bro. Like, the shit was not easy, but you just keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Eventually, you'll be able to do push ups. And it's kind of just like finding progressions from there. Now, you can't just stick with normal push ups and just grind out push ups, and you will gain muscle, but you don't only want to be doing push ups. You want to try and like incorporate pull ups in there and stuff like that. And the best way I've been able to do it, at least if you don't want to go to a gym, just find your local park if you have one in like your neighborhood or whatever. And if you can't find monkey bars, look for like anything that is kind of like parallel or like a bar, and just try to use that. Now, if you can't find anywhere that has that, you might have to get creative. Maybe you'll have to like look for some type of thing. But as long as like they're parallel to a degree and you can kind of just like grab and pull yourself up, then you should be able to like work out your back and stuff like that. And then for like, your legs and stuff, I mean, for me personally, I like to like walk and run a lot. That helps a bit. Although if you do it too much and like too intensively, you can lose a lot of the fat you're trying to keep. But on the flip side of that coin, when you are active, it helps you like increase your appetite. So that's another thing. That's why I think exercise is so important. Of course, don't go too crazy because you're trying to, gain weight and stuff like that. I wouldn't really start training super duper hard until like you actually have a decent like diet, or like until you can actually hold food down properly. But when you're first starting out, definitely go to the mall push-ups like we were talking about. Just try and stick it like very baby, and I'm not saying baby to like belittle you, but like stick to very basic forms of working out, because trying to do too much will fuck you up bad. And on the flip side of that though, you can't be scared to work out at all, because that was an issue with me. I was like really scared to work out because like, okay, well, I don't want to lose any more weight because I'm already stressed about it. But you really can't focus on that. You gotta like work to a level where you can like exhaust yourself and gain an appetite, but not work too hard to the point where you just lose all your fat. And it's pretty hard to lose it to begin with. So you can push yourself quite a bit, but don't go over the top. Like, don't try to run like 3 miles or anything like that just like day one, because you'll probably like gas out and throw up and just, you don't want to do that. But yeah, no, long story short, just stick to basic variations. I mean, the internet exists, we can use it to search up a bunch of basic workouts. And again, if you can't do push-ups, do the knees. If you can't do knees, go to the wall. And I mean, if you can't go to the wall, just try higher positions on the wall, because it might be easier, but like obviously you don't want to be doing this. Feet closer is definitely what you want to do. I think like the more you move your feet back, the harder it'll be, because if you're the whole goal of a push-up is kind of like being in a straight line essentially, and like push down and whatever, go up. So like you can start like this and try and like extend out and out and out until you're on the floor pretty much, and then doing this, and then you can just find a whole bunch of other variants. But yeah, no, that's personally how I started like training and getting to like working out a bit. The best thing that I can give you though, outside of just all that, is be consistent. You don't have to go at 100% every day. You don't have to try and like beat your best every single day. You just need to show up and do what you have for that day. If you're not really feeling good, at least just do 1 wall push-up, right? Just do 1. Just all right. That's all I got for today. But let's say you come back tomorrow and you're like, all right, well, I'm feeling better. You might knock out like 30 wall push-ups and like do 3 sets of those. Or maybe you might just try, knee push-ups. Boom, you do 10 of those, and that's all you got for the day. Don't stress too much about trying to reach your result, rather than just showing up every day to work towards it. Because it's very easy to lose motivation just by like comparing yourself to other people. Like me, I don't have like the crazy ideal body, you feel me? I don't got my whole 6-pack and shit yet, but I've been training, I've been gaining muscle, I've been recovering, I've been trying to get out of my like shitty kind of like low weight, bad appetite having self. So yeah, definitely like I want to like stress, just do what you can for the day and focus on being kind of like at peace and like slowly working towards your goals. Because it's not a marathon. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. marathon. But yeah, no. Again, this is what helped me. I don't know what will help you, but I'm here to try and, help anyone who's like me. So I appreciate you for watching this far in the video. If you want any more videos like this, maybe like just like a pull-up guide, let me know, because I do that too. But yeah, I hope this helped. I love you. Take care of yourself, and more content, or not even content. I don't know about this content, but more just like sharing of advice and life experiences on the way. All right, peace.